Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, yesterday was quite a red day. I think today we deal with probably a little bit of sideways consolidation because we saw a lot of the indicators, a lot of the cryptos actually being oversold on various time frames yesterday, of course, including Bitcoin on the 4-hour. We looked at that yesterday. Look at the 4-hour chart, look at the RSI, and Bitcoin is oversold. Now on the relative strength index down here, still oversold. No bullish divergence or anything emerging here. And I wanted to, in this video, because I did cover the bigger picture yesterday, just focus sort of on this decline here. Now, we talked about these support levels here, which Bitcoin would most likely reach here, this large yellow box here between 22K and 26.7. Nearly there, yeah, faster than I anticipated, but as I said, an A wave of a larger wave 2. So that's the scenario that we're now in a deeper wave 2. Still a bullish scenario. Of course, something more bearish could happen. My take is there's currently no way of knowing. So we just need to be watching now as we come down for two things. Yeah, I'd be careful on the long side at the moment until we have a clear signal that at least we bottomed in an A wave of a wave 2. Yeah, so I'd be careful. I myself, I don't have much risk on. Most positions I have are spot positions. But, you know, anybody who's got, you know, I'm just saying, just be careful on the long side because I have a feeling this is not over. Of course, a bounce is due, but my take is that bounce would rather be corrective in this B wave before we come down. Yeah. So what I would like to do, I would like to readjust the lower degree waves here because initially I counted this as a WXY, which doesn't make so much sense anymore in my opinion. Given the strong decline yesterday, it looks more like we're still in a third wave of an A wave. So I want to show you my preferred count. The WXY doesn't fit very well anymore with the long move down because let me just show you the take on the WXY was that we came down in a wave W, here the first wave of a larger correction here on the 17th of April, we moved up in an X wave. And yeah, I mean, further downside was anticipated in a Y wave, but in the Y wave, we've got an A, B, C. Now, that would indicate the Y wave would be much, much longer than the wave W. I mean, let's just check the extensions. Eventually, it doesn't make a great difference, you know, for trading or whatever, but let's be honest. I mean, we've already reached the 1.618 extension, yeah, which is a great target. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a great target. But it's not really, I mean, it's a target for a Y wave, but it's not really the target for an A wave in a Y wave. Because remember, you will have a B wave and then the C wave will still come down. Yeah, it can always reach an extension, but it's unlikely in a WXY. So what I'm going to do, yeah, at the moment I'm counting I'm counting it obviously as a 3-wave move down. No, I want to count it as 5 down now, due to the, first of all, the fact that we've reached the 1.618 extension. But let me just do that quickly. I would have to make just a tiny change here. So I think A, yeah, wave A is still unfolding. So that we've got this ABC structure. You can see that on the screen. I'll make that in white now. I think you can see it better then. So we've got our ABC structure that I would still anticipate, but not within a WXY, but just simply an ABC. I like that much more now, especially given the strong advance from yesterday. So we've got an ABC structure, okay. But what happens up here? So within the ABC, so an ABC structure contains obviously well, the A wave ideally now of 5 waves. Okay, so that's how I see it, that we have a 5-wave move down because this move down looks like a 3rd wave. Very strong stretch. It also works better on the Ethereum chart like that. So I'm currently watching for the following. Let me just add the, yeah. So obviously in an A wave, A waves can be 3 or 5-wave structures. So I'm now watching if this is a 5-wave move. So basically saying the move that started on the 14th of April to the low on the 18th is a wave 1. We then moved up in a wave 2. We might have now completed a 3rd wave or nearly there. Yeah, makes sense because it's Saturday, wave 4 Saturday, typical. And then another wave 5 down, maybe early in the week or on Sunday. That makes much more sense to me. Then we should get a B wave. B wave resistance is currently, and I have to adjust it. It depends. This is a moving target, the B wave resistance. It depends on how low we really go in A. But at the moment, resistance would be between 29,100 and 30,200 roughly, which means when we move up in the B wave eventually, this is where we should see some weakness, ideally. And now that 5-wave move that I just added, I just need to change the wave degree. And then we can just go to the 1 hour chart, just see where we are. The subwave structures haven't changed literally. Anything that has changed, or the only thing that has changed really, is that I've changed the ABC to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, indicating we could now be in the 4th wave and another 5th wave is coming. Ideally, this A wave does turn around somewhere in the region between the 38.2 retracement and the 50% retracement, between 26,680 and 25,325, which ideally, it should be doing. Doesn't say it will. Yeah, should doesn't mean will, but it should be, because we're oversold on the 4 hour chart. Okay, so I think a bounce is just due, but we haven't had any signals it's doing it. So when I say a bounce is due, it doesn't mean it will happen today or tomorrow. It just means we need to be watching for it and just need to wait for signals. So far, any of these signal levels I gave you were not broken. So you have to expect further downside as long as that's the case. Yesterday, I gave you the 28,380 level. I gave you the trend line here, but none of them have been broken. Well, within this 3rd wave, also here there are different interpretations possible. I'm counting it as a 1, 2, 3. But I might change that now. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's valid. Yeah, a 3rd wave, then a 4th, and a very long extended 5th. Possible. Is it likely? Not really. Does it matter? Also not too much, the subwave structure. But what it gives us, it gives us the info that we certainly have we have actually enough waves complete to count it as complete. So maybe in this 5th wave here, as you can see, maybe one more tiny low. The consolidation that happens could already be the larger 4th wave degree. But for me, it's like the trend line here that's relevant. So let's see if we touch the trend line today, then maybe one more leg down. I can also give you a key support. So first of all, it is obviously the 38.2 fib level here, 26,680, certainly a level to watch. And that makes sense why, in terms of changing the count to where it is now, that we are currently in a 3rd wave, maybe completed the 3rd wave. Yeah, but I think there's not much more to go. There shouldn't be, because we've reached basically the ideal target for a 3rd wave. Yeah, the 1.618 extension here, 27,345. Next support, you've got an overlap here between the 200% extension at 26,595 and 26,680, not far away from each other. That's the 38.2 retracement and the 200% extension. Good overlap here, certainly a level to watch with one more low to come. On the flip side, the signal level for me is still, resistance is still 28,380, the previous swing high. Yeah, there is no other swing high here, to be honest. There isn't. So price would need to move up considerably to indicate that a low has been made here. In A, okay? But in my opinion, in this move down, we only have 3 waves so far. Always bear in mind, at 3 waves, it can already turn around, because it could still be a WXY. Not my preferred option, but it is possible. Nevertheless, the strong decline from yesterday suggests we are still in a 3rd wave. That's why I've adjusted it like this. Now, again, more important than trying to figure out the lowest degree wave count is to understand how far down can we come, what are the next key support levels, what are the next key Fibonacci extensions. That was all communicated here. What is the signal that we're turning around? All of that communicated. What is the resistance for B? Also communicated. But yeah, there is a lot of weakness, and I posted it yesterday. I posted a lot of charts yesterday on Telegram and Discord for the signals, for the channel members. On signals, a lot of the long trade setups are currently being challenged. Some are about to be invalidated. So unless we really see a turnaround now, or very, very shortly, a lot of these long trade setups that we had for many altcoins are going to be invalidated. That's also the why I say be careful on the long side here, because it could get very difficult. But then again, if we see a B wave bounce, there's a good chance some of the altcoins are going to recover as well, maybe at least protecting the long trade setups for a little bit longer. We'll see. It's certainly very, very difficult. Already mentioned a few days ago, I expect it to be difficult. And it is difficult. Yeah, it's become, last few days, it's become a very, very complex chart. Now, I think with this drop, we at least have some clarity again. But let's see. I mean, ideally, it's turning around for at least a B wave bounce in the area between 25,325 and 26,680. At least it should not drop below that 50% retracement. Yeah, the higher the level where we get the bounce, the better for the overall bullish scenario. Then again, some people ask me what happens if we break below 22K. There is still one more bullish scenario left, with the green support area here. But then I will get certainly much more concerned about new bear market lows if we break below 22K. So hopefully that gives you all the information you need here on this Saturday. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.